Hi guys, TB here. So I want to show you how to use the WordPress version of the Easy 3D Model Viewer. And I also want to apologize about the way I speak because I still have COVID and my breathing is really bad. So I apologize for that. Try to ignore it. So this model viewer allows to add 3D models in your page and also allows to add markers on the models that can control the model animation. For example, this one, or this one. Also, you have access to this type of menu. You can choose, you can add positions of the camera on the model. This is also associated with the markers. There are also these controls here. So yeah, it's a cool project. Let me show you how to install it in WordPress. So add new plugin, upload plugin, choose file, and I have it here. And then activate the plugin. After this is done, you can access it from here, from Models Manager, or you can go here and Models Manager. Click on Add New Model, give it a name. You can add an image from the library as a reference, visual reference. It doesn't appear anywhere else, just to see it here. Okay, so we have this model here. After this is done, you just need to go to the edit model settings, and just start in this way. In the model settings, add the source. So from the library you can add a GLB or a GLTF file. Please note that the GLTF file, it has a bunch of other files like textures and other stuff. Make sure that it's not in a folder. So if you have a GLTF file, make sure that all your textures and other related files are in the same folder with the GLTF file. But if you wanted to make it easy, just use GLB. So this is a compiled 3D model. You don't need to worry about anything else. Just select it and add model. After you add the model, you can position it as you want to appear on the browser, or if you don't want to do it here, you can just click on the set initial position and you can change it here and position it exactly how you want it to look. Okay, so we have now the model. If you want a poster, to add a poster, you can do it. I will just add something generic here. And now when the model is loading, you will see the poster first. These options, you can read about them, are not so important. So this is all that you have to do to create your own model for your WordPress theme or whatever. Please note this will also work with Elementor or any other WordPress builder. So click on update. And now if you go back, you will have here the shortcode. Just hover it and click on it. And after you click it, you will get the shortcode copied to the clipboard. Please, I forgot to tell you that this is Ajax based. So you will not have to refresh the page when this stuff is saved in the database. Okay. So now let us go to a page. I will just use this one. I already have made some tests here and add it in a shortcode block. If you have Elementor the same, add it to a shortcode block, save it and preview. Okay, so preview this. Sorry, this is a different recording, and also want to change the name to something else. So now you will see the model. They also have some markers that I will show later in the videos, but Now we have the model here. And what else? Let's go to the general setting. For example, here there is a display type. By default this is responsive, which means that if I resize the window, it will also resize the model. There is you can set here the width, the height, and the width at which it will start to resize the height. If you see here, it's resizing the height only if you set the auto scale to on. So if I refresh this, now the height will always let's see what's happening here. Sorry, I was working on the wrong model, so let's set auto scale to no. So now you see the height, it's always the same, doesn't matter. To view this better, in the general setting you can also set the background color. Let's set something just to see it, and also show the GUI. Now you can see there is a different, it is on a different background, and you can also see these GUI settings here. The position, it's a bit off actually. No, probably because of the way it's rendered here. Because of the animation, because it's running the animation. So yeah, okay. So what else I can show you? The general setting says the sizes and the height of the entire view and the background, the colors for it. In the preloader you can change the text, you can change the position, for example center top. I want to offset it 100 pixels, and on the y-axis 100 pixel. The height of it I want to make it bigger, and also here are the colors. I'll just change something here just to see it. See, it's here now, but of course you have to play with this until it is how you want. And also if you test local like I do, it will load extremely fast, and it's not quite good. Let's position it bottom right and with an offset of 50 pixels and 50 pixels. You can see it now because we need to push it up, and also here to the left because it's on the, I'm not sure, let's see, yeah, but here on the Y let's leave it positive. So here this is just, I'm just trying to show you the preloader. So see, it's on the bottom left. Also change the text if you want to. For the shadow you have to set it here, shadow, and you can play with it until it is how you want. Please note the shadow can only be dark, and you can also add a plane. Plain color, yeah, change the color because it's the same. For example, if you want to, you can add the plane and change the opacity to it. In some cases, in my cases, it might be useful. Change the position, as you can see. So let's, I don't know, something like this. So you can have a shadow in invisible shadow. This is why this plane is needed. So if you don't want the plane, just leave it like as it is. For the lights, just go to lighting here, and you can, this is the ambient light. Let's select something green. You can see on the model that you can see a slight change. It depends on the model. This is the ambient light, and this is the directional light. Let's choose something like blue, and you can set the intensity, the position, X, Y and Z. Also this depends on the model. And for the environment map, you can leave the neutral one, which is already provided, or you can add your own. Please note that you need an EXR file. This is specified in the documentation. Oh, and now if I check this, needs some time to load. You see that it looks different, and you can also actually see the environment map and how it reflects on the model. You can change the blurriness if you want to leave it like this. Then check the exposure, the environment map intensity, and also the tone mapping if you don't like this. Yeah. Okay, for the animations, you can play a default animation. In this case, I will choose idle. You can change the delay, how before it starts, how many times it plays, if it's clamped at the end, and also you can set the camera position for the animation. Let me show you what I mean. So by default the model looks like this, and I want to just say move it here. See? So it's animating the model, basically this part. You can change the duration of the animation, let's say 3 seconds. See? Maybe this is useful. I will show an example of this to see how this might be useful. So we have this example, default animation. So this is playing a default animation, and it's also moving the camera. Let me show you what I mean. So if I refresh again and I drag the model, you will see that only the animations, the built-in animation plays. So you can combine the built-in animation with the camera animation. This is what I've done here. So this is the camera animation, this is the built-in animation. You can play with both of them. If you want, you can remove this and you will not see nothing here. Now the info window, you just add some text here, and you can show the info window by clicking this button, and you have this text. If there is too much text, there is a scroll bar. Of course, in this case is not enough text, but let's try. Believe me, there is a scroll bar there that appears, but let me show you. Oh, I can't. Let's select this and add more. See? You can add images, whatever you want here. And you can format it just like the other stuff. You just have to look into this stuff. I will not go through it because it doesn't make any sense. The help screen, it's this part here that appears when the help button is clicked. Again, you can change all the text, and it will the elements from the help screen, they will be automatically removed if a feature doesn't appear there. The controller are these buttons here. For example, let's say you want to add the zoom out here. You can change the order as you want. See, the zoom out is here, but the tooltips are not the same. You will have to get the tooltip as well. For the tooltips, you can change whatever, my zoom out, my button. You can add your own tooltips. See? And also you can remove the buttons if you want to. Now we only have play, and now we have nothing. Of course, this will not appear in the front, so don't worry about that. Let me show you that it will not appear. See, there are no buttons now. Yeah, if you forget how the buttons just copy and paste this part here. Yeah, the orbital controls is the part that controls the rotation, the panning, and the zoom. If you want, you can disable it completely by clicking this button, and you'll have a static object model. It doesn't do anything. And you can on the orbital controls you can set the option like auto rotation. You can limit the vertical dragging, the vertical dragging, the horizontal dragging, and all kind of stuff here. You can just go through it. It's simply to understand. There is no point to going through this in details. And the marker I will explain later. So these are the basic options that I wanted to show you. Okay, so let's look into the markers. So these are the default, the general marker settings. I will come back to this part, but here you can set the camera position called. I will show you after I show you the marker. So go to the markers manager and add a marker. Just give it a name. I'll just give it one. If you want a class name, you can add it here and set the position. Let's say I want it here. Okay, now you see this red line that it's pointing. This is the normal of the intersection face. So basically that is the normal, and it's useful to calculate an angle if the marker is 2D to hide it based on this angle, and I will show you what I mean by that. So let's add it here. I want it to point some towards me, something. So it's difficult to find a good spot, something like this. So now the marker is added here. I will set the type to 2D, and this is all that you need to do. Update, and I need to find the pages. Where is it? Pages. So here, and preview it. I don't know what this is. So now you see the marker here. Now this is a 2D marker, so it will hide based on that angle that I showed you. It doesn't take into account if there are some polygons in front of it. So for example, here you see it's still visible. So this type of marker, the 2D marker, you will have to find the right spot and also set the angle of it. So the less this, if the higher the angle, the less you can see of it. So for example, I set this to 140 degrees, and I rotate the model now. You will see that it disappears much sooner than before, and in this case it's actually good even in this part. See? So another thing that I will show you here, you can change the icon type. These are all the icon types, and also the scale. Let's make it bigger. The maximum scale is 3. So now this is much bigger. See? So yeah, okay. So this is a 2D marker. Here you can change the color of the marker. So let's let's change the background color. Let's make it green, not green, red, and the selected marker I'll leave it white. So now the rest I will leave the way they are now. See, now it's red, just to show you how the colors works. If you want to add a link here, actually, so this is the 2D marker. Let me show you the 3D marker. I will not have the class name. I will set a different position. I don't know. here or on the other here. Perfect. And set it 3D and change another icon like play. Also, yeah, set the scale to 1.5. This angle is not real, doesn't do anything if the marker is 3D. And I will change the background color to some bluish. So for now, let's leave it the way it is now and see how it looks. So we have the 2D markers that inside, but man, that color is not good. Let me change, find something darker. Something, I don't know why I like these ugly colors. So now we have this, this is in 3D, this is in 2D. So the 3D marker will not disappear. And if there are polygons in front of it, you can see that it's slightly visible. See? And you cannot see it. But if you notice here on the leg, there is still, the marker is still, it should not be visible right here. So there is this option. It's called polygon offset units. So play with this number. It's explained here what it does, but let's make it smaller. For example, 0.01. Let's see if it fixes that issue. See, now it's perfect. There are no more issues. So if this polygon offset units it's smaller, it will, I don't know how to explain it. It's about exclusion of the polygons. So right now, the smaller it is, these polygons will be more in front of the marker polygons, because this is rendered in 3D. So this is why that number is important. So this marker will never hide while the model is rotated. So it's up to you which one you want to use. Both have their own use cases. Okay, so I'll just use this one. You can add the link, for example, to open a new page. You can set the target self or blank. I'll leave it blank. So now if I test this again, I click on it, it will open that page. So let's play with the animation. So the animation will be automatically added from the model when it's added in the backend. And let's say you want to play an animation like the jump animation when the marker is clicked. I want to play it once. The speed I want it to be twice as fast. And when the animation is finished, I don't want it to do anything. And this and also on the marker to animate with the model. I'll show you what I mean with that. Okay, so right now let's first go to the animation. Let's set an idle one. It doesn't matter which one, but this one it's not moving that much, so we can see what's going on. So there is an idle animation that is playing by default. See, and now you can see the marker here, even though it was added on the leg. See, it's added here. It will not animate with the model. It will stay in the position where it was added. So if you wanted to move with the model, in some cases this is what you want, but in most cases it's not. So let's go here and fix it by clicking animate with model. And now you will notice that the marker stays there. You can see really much because the leg is not moving. But let's change the position. Let's add it, I don't know, here. So now you will notice that the marker is moving, and when I hover it will stop moving. Also, let's go back here to the animation and change the repeat count to be higher, to play more than 1 second. Okay, so now it's animating with the model, and when I click on it, why doesn't it play the animation? Let's see what's going on here. I'm not sure what happened. Let's set it to jump. Let's see, it's jump. Yeah, probably I didn't save it. So when I click on it, it will play the jump animation. But let's say you want to, actually let's go to all the settings here. So there is animation, yeah, so there is clamp when finished. This will end finish, you will stop the animation at the last frame. So there is clamp when finished, and when I click on play, it will stop at the last frame. Now if you notice, the frog is with the legs closed. There is also, next one is play in reverse. Now when I click on it, it will play, and then it will play in reverse. And the next one, it's play in reverse with marker. Let's play it. Of course you can rotate the model if you want. And now you see it's stopping at the last frame, and when you click on back, it's playing backwards. Okay. And let's add the tooltip to it, like this is a tooltip. And now if you hover it, you see there is the tooltip there. When I play it, at the end I want to show the tooltip. So to do this, you can just select this, show tooltip when animation is finished. And now this is not the best case scenario because it's showing it once here and then it's showing it again here. So this is how it works. So these are the markers. You can combine the markers. I'll just leave it default and remove this. You can combine the markers, the animation marker, with the camera movement. So for example, let's say when I click and play the animation, I want it to be something like to be here. So to do this, go to the here in the camera section, give it this a name, I'll just give it a name and set the camera position. So when it plays animation, I want it to be here. Okay, now see, it's going there. It's a bit too, let's move it a bit here. What you can do also here is to the duration of the animation. Let's set it to 2. You have to try and here to see which one it's working best. I think it's 0.5, or let's leave it to 1 here and change the speed to 1. Okay, and now see, and you have kind of a combination. You can play with this and make it perfect depending on the model and yeah, depending on the model. There are 2 options here. Is set on animation start. So when to be honest, I have no idea what this is doing. Let's see. I'm not sure what it's doing. There is a reason for this, but probably not in this case. Reset on animation finished. Let's see this one. Ah yeah, it's resetting the position to the default animation when it's finished. So if I click it, see, it's going there, and now it's when the animation is finished, it's returning. But I'm not sure what this one doesn't work. It should work when the animation starts. So I can't figure out why this option is here. To be honest, I forgot, but I'm sure it's doing something. Probably doesn't work with the animation, but basically this is resetting the. Just work with this one if you want to. When the animation is finished, when the camera movement is finished, it will return to the original position. So this is what this does. And also you can choose to show the tooltip if you have the camera. Let's see. Let's test this to make sure it's working. So when this is done, it doesn't work because the I know why. Because the animation it's longer than the camera. It takes longer to finish the animation than the camera. So let's set this to 3. So that the animation is finishing before the animation camera. So it's still the same. What the heck? Markers, not the scale, man. Come on. The animation scale. Let's make this fast. I want the animation to finish before the camera animation. See? So when there is an animation, built-in animation and the camera animation, if you want to show the tooltip, make sure to enable this. But if there is no animation, I will show you why this is important. So you can also, when you click the marker, you can just play an animation and show the tooltip, and I will show you how this is useful. If you go to demos and move here, so here there are no built-in animation, but if I click on this, you can just move the camera. See where you want to move it. See? So this is why this option it's important. Okay, so I showed you the animation. Let me show you the camera thing here. Let's set so we have an animation here, for example, and let's do for this marker as well. Let's animate it with the model, and this doesn't have an animation, a built-in animation, and let's set a different camera position. For example, I don't know, something like this, and I want it to take longer to play. Okay, so now we have 2 animations. So this one, what's going on? I think I didn't give it a name. Yes, you need to give it a name, so I'll just call it 2. So now see, this is going here, it takes 3 seconds, and this one is going here and it takes less than 3 seconds. And like I showed you here, this is useful for, like in this scenario, you can have this type of markers here, and you can also control them with this thing. See? So to enable that, just go to the marker settings and yeah, so set this one, show camera position select menu. Just update it, and now we should have that. See, have a default text and 1 and 2, and when I click on 2 is going there, when I click on 1 is going here, just like in this example. So this is why it's useful. Now here you can change the default text, you can change all the colors, the buttons here, next and prev, and a bunch of other things like color, and I'll not go into this because it's self-explanatory. One more thing that I want to show you is the info window. So you can have an info window when the tooltip is clicked. And let's remove the tooltip, and to be honest, I don't think I will have an animation for this one. I will just leave it blank, and when the marker is clicked, we will show the info window. I think it was the other one. See, we have the info window here. Okay, you can combine the animation with the info window, like in this example. See, let's say I click on this, it will move the camera and also show the info window. You can do this. You can do it by just adding here. I think it's this one. Yeah, by just adding here a name and the position for the camera. Let me show you. So test, and I'll leave the camera here, and now when I click on the marker, I think it's this one. Yeah, sorry, I keep messing around here. So see, it's also showing that, and you can also have a tooltip at the same time, but I don't think there is a case scenario for this. So there are a lot of things that you can mix and match here, and I've showed you the basics. I think I showed you how to style the let's say, for example, I never use this stuff, to be honest. Edit, I have no idea what this does. Let's go to text. So this is a p tag, and I want to add the class. It's equal to with test, something simple. So now let me see. So yeah, but it removed the text. Why? Let's try again. It removes automatically this stuff. I'm not sure what's going on. Well, now it's gone. P. I'm not sure what's going on here. I didn't update it. What's happening? Test. Yeah, so it seems to be working. Let's make sure of it. I think I forgot to update it. So now we have this stuff here. Let's check the source to make sure that it is here. So it seems to be here. See, I just made to make sure that it's in here. And let's go to the CSS editor and change that class. So let's add here the testing. So let's change the color, for example, make it red. Update, and now we should have a red text there. See, it's red, and also in the backend it should work as well, but don't forget to refresh the page, because it's It should be red. I'm not sure what's going on. Probably a cache thing. I think it's a cache thing. The browser doesn't show you the... Okay guys, so I can't figure out why the classes are not shown in the backend, but I want to show you something here. So let's go to the info window. So see this test, it has a class, the test class that I added there. And if I test the info window, you will see that it appears red as it should appear. I'm not sure why. I think it's something related to the tiny MCA, tiny this editor. I have no idea. I looked at it for a few hours. I can't figure out. However, you can use classes and style them in the CSS editor here, classes or IDs, and they will be reflected in the front end. Also, you can, if you want to, for example, change the color here in the editor. Let's make this, I don't know, blue. Let's make it bold and bigger, italic, and where is it? This one, H1. So let's see if it appears like this. So see, it appears, it looks like in the editor. So I think this this covers everything that I wanted to show you. This is a bit of trial and error. I also showed you how to set up this kind of thing if you want to, with the camera animation. So I guess you'll have to look into this and find what works for you. Yeah. I think this is everything that I wanted to cover in these videos. You can add as many markers as you want. You can add more than one model. I want to show you this as well. I'll just give it a name, a generic name. Let's also let's add an image because I didn't add it. This is just for visual reference for you to see the... Maybe you want to add your own image visually to recognize the model. And let's add a different model, like this one. So this one is not, but let's set it like this, and also go to the animations and set the default. See, now it's a different animation here. And if I go here to the animation, you'll see that there are animations for this model, of course. And update. I will not change the camera, and to get the shortcode, just copy and paste it, copy it and then paste it here. And now when I test this, so we have the first one, and then here we have the second one. See? So this is everything I wanted to cover. Everything else, it's kind of self-explanatory. You just need to look into it and play with the options and see what you can come up to. You can also check the demos here and see what's possible. So here at the demo side, sorry, you can find a lot of examples and see how it's done. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. It was very difficult for me to record because my breathing is so bad that I feel like I'm about to die, but I wanted to finish this because I've been working on it for some time, and it's a cool project. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.